Are you ready?
I was born ready. I think what happened is you came into my stream one time and you were talking about stocks or something or crypto, and I didn't see it, so you were like spamming a little bit. So then I was like, all right, who the hell are you? And then I started talking about it. And you were asking me some questions about like, okay, I have a Robinhood account with like $100. What should I do with it?
Okay,
And then
now you're bullshitting because I would never make a Robin account.
No, not a Robinhood account. You said some broke. You have an account with like $100 or something, Ameritrade, whatever. And you're like, I have $100. What should I do? So I used it as an opportunity to kind of like talk to people and then branch that out into like house streamers and stuff like that. You know, obviously people who make more money than you. But the thing was, it was like I was just trying to look and see how it was. And then what happened was we had good back and forth. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna bring her on the stream. And then you and I did a whole thing together. It's on YouTube. And then it just kind of was like, all right, now we're just kind of shit on each other for content people.
Yeah, I got flamed for that. I remember I read some comments like they said I didn't know what I was talking about, and I didn't.
That's
it
the whole
did not
point.
help me.
Listen, people still say that I don't know what I'm talking about. You're fine.
True. Honestly, true. I don't even know what you're saying half the time. I see you right on a board, and I'm like...
He was not that bored. So, hold on. Macaiyla took exception to the whole Robinhood thing, and then she said Ameritrade. Took very, very specific exception to that. Stocky, what's the beef with Robinhood right now? We don't like Robinhood? Are we down on Robinhood?
Well, remember the whole GameStop thing.
Yeah, the whole GameStop thing you hate. You don't use Robinhood after that.
Yeah, all right. I got to pull everything I have in Tilray off of Robinhood, then move it over to something else, bro.
By the way, Macaiyla, just so you're aware, we have a thing where every time for about a year, every time he would come on once a month for some kind of like contractually obligated bullshit thing that he has to come like chill his coffee or whatever.
That's his way of saying that's how he's friends with me.
And so during that time, every time we would get a certain number of coffee sales, my chat would force him to buy $200 worth of whatever stock, and they would pick the worst shit. And as we started it, that was in the middle of the market explosion, and now he's down like 75% on everything. He's like bankrupt right now. It's amazing.
His chat had my portfolio juiced, man. Like we were like 300% up, and it was like being carried by Doge, and then at one point everything just waterfall down, bro. So it just things got ugly. Things got ugly. I was doing all those trades on Robinhood though.
Macaiyla, let me ask you something. Speaking of coins, have you? I know you went through your cycle of crypto casinos online, but
false.
I watched you play. I watched you in your stream.
I played to gamble online, but
that's what I just said.
Yeah, but I don't invest in crypto. Are you like?
No, I was bringing it around. I was saying, okay. But have you bought any coins?
I bought. What the fuck is it?
Ethereum?
Whatever. Yeah, Ethereum. I bought that a long time ago. I bought it when it was at $500 3 years ago or something. But I lost it gambling. Because I would have had a lot of money by now. I gambled it all.
Awesome.
I had $4,000 in Ethereum back when it was like 500.
Wait, hold on. You were putting Ethereum down online, like gambling, and that, like the ante was Ethereum.
Yeah.
What the hell website was taking that? That sounds like some way new age shit. That's borderline awesome, but also I'm sorry you lost it.
I don't know. I think it was Roobet or like a shitty gambling website.
Oh, I had a sponsorship offer from them.
Yeah. Apparently they're not good now, but I just used Roobet. I bet offline and I lost it all.
What'd you bet on?
Blackjack.
Blackjack.
I don't do slots. I do blackjack. So.
Yo, all that gambling stuff started popping off like a week or two ago. Like I don't really know much about what was going on. I know you guys know what I'm talking about.
I didn't really follow it, but like they started coming after me. But Macaiyla keeps up with all of the Twitch bullshit, so she might be better.
Listen, it's just people want a gambling ban because it influences kids to gamble and shit, which it's just bullshit. I mean, let me be careful with what I say.
Nah, hell no. This is a podcast. We're not on Twitch right now. This is going on YouTube and Spotify. You fucking speak your truth, girl.
You got Spotify?
Yeah, this is on YouTube and Spotify is where this gets uploaded to. Also, a lot of other platforms where podcasts are downloaded. By the way, everybody,
Not
welcome
iTunes,
on in.
though.
This is episode 36 of the Stock Guy and Alex Show, the podcast that covers topics around the world, business, news, markets, money, and sports. When people talk about it, so do we. And we got Macaiyla joining us. Macaiyla, thank you again for coming and hanging and chilling. So yeah, it's not, it ain't a big this ain't going on Twitch. I honestly don't know much about I don't know much about it. All I know is that a bunch of people were starting to have beef because I think XUC was gambling a bunch and then a bunch of other people started.
Is him train? I mean, there's a shit ton of people who gamble and make it their mainstream content. So other viewers were upset because they have children viewers. Obviously, everyone's going to at some point. It doesn't matter if you think you do or not. But they're saying you're influencing children to gamble after watching the streams, and that it should be permaban on Twitch, period. Like, no one should be able to gamble anything. Because there's a chance of those kids wanting to go gamble their parents' money.
And is the
But technically, it's hard.
Is the assumption then that Twitch's primary demo or one of its primary demos is children under the age of basically 17 and younger, and that because it's such a sizable portion of the audience that it should be controlled for? I'm guessing that's probably the assumption.
Yes. And then people were outraged that that's getting banned, and then not girls doing their whole charade of
hot tubs and stuff. Is that the hot tub pool? Man, how come every time something comes up on Twitch, and listen, I don't know nothing about the gambling thing. I'm not an expert on it, so who knows? And I don't know the Twitch's demos, but how come every time something gets brought up, everyone points to the girls in the hot tub directory and says, oh, well, look at that shit's going on over there, man. Every time something pops off, that always people point the fingers at that.
I don't know. I really don't.
And literally every time.
Know?
I mean, I have a lot of takes on all of this. Number one, this was I gotta give Twitch credit where credit is due, and the PR move that they pulled with the gambling thing was something that should be studied in marketing and PR for years to come.
A positive case study or a negative case study?
Positive case study. I want you to think about this for a second. Everybody started losing their shit. The biggest names on Twitch for some reason decided this is the hill we want to die on. This is the red line. I saw 30,000 viewer streamers with a bottle of fucking booze next to them talking about how this needs to be banned because it's influencing kids. So I thought that was hilarious, right? But this was the hill they decided that the stand they wanted to take. So they went after it, right? And we're going to boycott. No, they're not. You're not going to boycott. You're under fucking contracts anyways. But whatever. So they go after this, and all of a sudden Bloomberg and Yahoo News and all these other companies are about to come out with these stories about how Twitch is allowing gambling and how it's hurting people and how stuff. And it's a big shit show. But here's what they have to do, right? They want to pacify the people that are losing the outrage. They want to kill it before the story goes live. But, and here's the thing, they can't get rid of gambling. Amazon owns Twitch. Amazon just signed a multi-billion-dollar deal with the NFL to broadcast Thursday night football and all that shit.
With DraftKings as one of the main sponsors.
And DraftKings, FanDuel, and whatnot are some of the biggest sponsors that they're pushing ads on the platform. Now, that's the ad thing is a whole other conversation we'll get to. So now, if you look at that whole thing, they did a fucking masterful job. They did an entire paragraph of "We heard you." Okay, we're listening to the community.
Sports betting.
No. We heard you. We're listening to the community. One, we're getting rid of crypto. They very specific, like 3 specific sites, but they said only sites that are outside the United States jurisdiction, don't fall under the jurisdiction in the laws, and don't have consumer protection, right? So like stake.com, not stake.us, but stake.com, and these other like very specific. Then they went on to say that not only did they do all that, so now they have hit all those notes, they've pacified everybody, but then they decide they didn't leave it out. This is perfectly fine. They could have left it out about any other thing. They could have just said, all right, we're getting rid of dice games and slot games that come from these specific sites outside of jurisdiction, yada, yada. They could have left it at that. But no, then they intentionally added an entire new section that says we will continue to allow sports betting, fantasy football, and the whole 9 yards. So now what they did was they pacified the outrage in the streamers. They pacified and killed the bad stories. They got rid of these specific websites that are bad, and they pacified shareholders and investors who want this money to still be going in there by intentionally adding that. This was fucking masterful. Nothing is going to change. I mean, sure, there's a few sites out there that might get changed, but here's the other caveat. It said U.S. or other territories that are within the regulations of consumer protection. So as long as these slot sites and the people that are in them are not using VPNs, they're living in the country and it has consumer protections, it's going to keep going. They didn't get rid of gambling. They got rid of like 6 sites.
Yeah, but was it the main ones, like whatever they use, Stake and shit? Is Stake one of those, or
Stake.com is, Stake.us is not. Yes, Stake is out, but these other companies are going to be able to move in because their biggest competitor is gone. Now they're going to be ones on the platform paying out the money, and it's not going to go, and we're going to deal with this again down the line when people are trying to divert attention to something else.
Can you play craps on those websites?
Actually, I don't know because I never played it, but
that sounds rigged as shit.
Playing crap with the dice.
with electronic dice that gravity has no control over.
That sounds rigged, but the slot machines don't. I'm already weary.
Well, you already know slot machines are rigged, but at least with this, the dice fall where they fall. The computer could legit pick what the dice is going to be and do it. You wouldn't know the difference. That's the
same logic with the slot machines. The computer. That's why.
Yes, but when you go to a casino and you play slots, you expect that. When you play craps, you expect the dice to free fall. This could be changed. It's like blackjack, right? How do you know what the undercard is? How do you know the computer doesn't change what the undercard is?
It probably does.
Yeah.
Why would it not?
Does.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying is at least what you have house odds when you go to the casino. But speaking of the gambling thing, I stayed away from it because number one, I stay off Twitch most of the time. I don't spend any time on Twitch outside of my streaming, very rarely. But more importantly, I don't get caught up in the drama. So I was unaware of everything that was going on until I started getting messages. We're coming for you next, Stocky. This should be done. Stocky, we're coming for stocks and all this other shit. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So I type out to my account manager. I'm like, the fuck is going on?
What is the one People Riot? Is it People Riot with the torches? Is it?
No, it was like shit on Twitter. Like I have a low profile because I'm the only motherfucker in the world who can't get verified apparently. But I keep a low profile on Twitter. But like all of a sudden I started getting like tagged and shit. I'm like, what is going on?
I picture it like that scene in Beauty and the Beast where Gaston and all the village people have this. We will kill the beast, and they're coming for stock. We will kill the stock.
Get involved in the drama. I was this close to getting involved in the drama, and
why
what
not?
I was gonna. Because it's not my thing.
Is it not your thing, though, bro?
No. When have I ever gotten involved in Twitch drama? I have a family. I'm too old for that shit.
Yeah, no, I agree.
The thing. Here's what I was gonna say. My thing that my comment that I was gonna say, which I ended up not doing, was going to be. That all of these guys that are getting together to pay off the people that got scammed by Slicker are only enabling him, are not doing any favors, and are only exacerbating the situation and the problem.
Say
right?
their names.
You're not what you're doing is instead of making this person be held accountable, you are in fact diverting responsibility. You're paying off the victims, and the person has nothing. They're just going to go right back to it. All you're doing is it's like an alcoholic who's drinking all the time. You're like, hey, listen, all the people you hurt. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to give them coupons for fucking the liquor store. You know what I mean? Like, no, that doesn't work. You don't do it that way.
Well, it's also a slippery slope because how are you going to figure out every single person that he scammed? There was hundreds of people.
It's not their responsibility.
Like, no, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand why they would offer that. I mean, to be nice, yes, but it's also such a process of figuring out is it true? How am I going to give you this money? Like,
I'll say it.
Is it a write-off for them?
No, these guys, maybe they care a little bit, but this is a fucking PR thing for them.
Well, I don't watch XUC too much to know if he does that, but I've seen Train give people money.
No. I mean, as far as we're the good guys by helping out the victims kind of thing.
Oh, like a virtue signaling.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to say that they're doing it. That's their sole purpose. But I think that's a large portion of it, because why else are you giving a bunch of strangers money when all you're doing is you're helping those people recover, but not fixing the problem? You're only exacerbating it, making it worse. And you're letting the whole world know that you're doing it, right? Like, this is something, and I'm not trying to shit on those people, because there's a lot of people that do good stuff, but I've been noticing on Twitter recently with, I didn't know about this until my chat brought it up today, and then I noticed you said something about it, but some fucking Minecraft kid was showing his face, right? And I went back, and the world is like, all anybody cares about is some kid showing his face when this person did this in the world, and this person's been doing this, and this person, and then I'm like, man, why can't we just do things out of the goodness of our heart and keep it to ourselves?
Are you a saint now?
No.
Is this your saint?
No.
I googled virtue signaling. It says the action or practice of publicly expressing opinions or sentiments intended to demonstrate one's good character.
Yeah.
Is that like supposed to be like a full-on positive thing, or is it like a kind of like a bait and switch type of deal? Like,
it's like a negative thing. Like, you do that with the intention of people noticing your good deeds.
Okay,
like,
so it's a selfish thing. It's like you like saying, "Hey, look how good I am." That's like that's like the episode of Friends where Phoebe says, "No good deed can go unpunished." I don't know if you guys have seen Friends or not. No. She said, "No good deed is selfless. It's all selfish because you want people to know that you did the good deed."
But that's not the truth. Every day people do stuff. The problem is that we're on a website where people are young. A lot of them get attention for the first time, or they never had attention, and it blows up, and it becomes either A, me, look at me and pay attention to me, or B, and let's be honest, in the social media influencer, whatever the fuck we want to call it, world, if you become irrelevant and no one's talking about you, then you become you don't exist anymore. So you know, sometimes it's people that are just wanting to give themselves credit and have attention. Sometimes it's people just trying to stay relevant. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know their case.
All I know is that I kind of now want to play. I kind of want to play craps a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to play on a website, but I kind of want.
Oh my god!
I kind of want to play.
Don't.
I want to play. I'll go. In San Diego, Macaiyla, are you going to be at TwitchCon?
I will be.
Yeah, Stocky, I'm gonna try to convince you and anyone else that wants to go play craps one night. Have you ever played craps? Either of you guys?
Nah.
When I was in New Mexico in the military, my last year in there, twice a week I would go up to the Native American, I almost called it Indian, Native American casino that was up there, and I would play craps, and I fucking loved it. And funny story, let me tell you a real quick funny story. I hardly ever played it in the beginning. I only played poker. So what I did was one day I went up to the casino and I had $206 in my pocket, and it was a $200 buy-in for the table for poker. So I get my chips and I'm sitting waiting, and there's slot machines around the edge, right? So what I do is I take my $200 in chips, I'm holding them, and I take the $6, I put it in a slot machine, and it's $3 max spin, right, per spin. So I hit the first spin, nothing. Second spin, won $60, right? Go. $3,000. I hit the fucking jackpot on the thing, right? And I'm like, oh shit, I've never played a slot machine. So they come over to me and they give me the thing. They take the taxes. They write the little form off for the IRS,
at
whatever.
$3K?
So I call
they took taxes at $3K?
Yeah, they take. I think it's over $800 or something like that.
Oh, I thought it was higher. I thought it was.
No. They take the taxes.
Always fucking tax.
So then what happens is I call my buddies and I say, hey, bring your wives up here. Let's fucking gamble. I got some extra cash, right? So they come up there and I give them each like $300, right? $400 per couple. So two, whatever. The girls go off and lose it in slots. We go to the fucking craps table. I've never played craps in my life, right? I've never played craps in my life. So we start just going. There's people all around. My buddy Justin, who's also never played craps, starts rolling, and he goes on one of those rolls. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where
like
it's just going. I mean, he's just going. He didn't crap out. He had to have spun 40 times or something like that. It was insane. And there was people all around. There was people cheering, not even making this up. And listen to what happens. There's tens of thousands of dollars because people are just parlaying or just they're rolling over their bets, right? These black chips all over. Yeah. And people are going nuts. And I'm just like, whatever. He throws one time, and his wife, her name was Lauren, little short girl, comes over and squeezes her way into the table and puts a bet down. And as she's pulling her hand up, the dice hit her arm and fall on 7.
Oh yeah,
and it goes dead fucking silent.
Because everyone that blames that person,
nobody is more suspicious than gamblers. The gamblers are the most fucking superstitious people in the world, and everyone went silent. And I looked at my buddy. I was like, dude, get your chips. We need to go. Like, we need to go. Like, this is just because there was tens of thousands of dollars on that table just got raked off. And he should have crapped out before. It was unlucky, but everyone's going to blame her. So that's when I started. That was the first time I played craps, and I probably played it 7 or 8 more times. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's fun with friends. By yourself, it's not fun.
Craps, well, of course, yeah. Like you go. I don't think any gambling by yourself is fun, unless I guess blackjack. If you're gonna go and just chill out for a little bit. I love
blackjack alone.
Slot machines suck if you're not by yourself, because then the other person is either winning while you're losing or you're winning while they're losing, and it's like.
But bro, if you walk into a casino, 80% of the square footage is allotted to slot machines. Why do you think that is, bro? That's what's paying all the bills. Craps is the one where people can actually make some cash. And that's why there's only like 4 craps tables. And then the 80%.
No one ever makes cash. Everyone always gives it back.
Dude,
Macaiyla, do you when's the last time you've been to a real casino?
Last year.
Okay. Did you walk out of there with more money than you went in?
No, because I did. I mean, I would have, but while we were walking out, I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go all in randomly on blackjack." One day, I just threw it down and then I lost it all.
Wait, blackjack
so I would have
on one hand? On one hand?
Yeah, I literally went up to a table, just said all in with my chips before I went to cash them in, because I was heading to the cashier to cash it was like $3,500. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to double it, and they got 21. I remember I had 18 or no.
Dealer got 21.
19 and they got ace jack or whatever the fuck. I'm like, okay, it's rigged.
Don't ever do that, but if you do, always split it to 2 hands. And here's a little fun fact about casinos, because I used to work in hotels. The cashier cage, the slot machines by the cashier cage always hit the most bonuses, just the lowest payout, and they're turned up the loudest. That way, when people are waiting to cash out and people hear all these bonuses going off, they're like, well, I'm waiting. Let me throw a little bit in here, and then they catch them right back.
So I was at it was my bachelor party last year, and we were at a craps table from like midnight to 3 in the morning, and like all of us were up. I was up. I don't even remember the numbers. It was so late, but I mean, we were all up and feeling good, and a lot of heaters, a lot of great rolls. It was like what you were talking about, Stocky. But then we were walking out. Heaters. One of my buddies did the same thing, Macaiyla, except for roulette. Yeah. He took all of it. It was probably like $1,200, $1,500, something like that. Put it all on black. It hit. Actually, his first roll, he just put like $50 on the double green or whatever on the roulette. Yeah. And it didn't hit. Yep. So then he put the rest of it on black. The next one was double green. So
because you think it's gonna be your luck after you lose the first one to check. I do that so many times, but man,
I just want to win enough that I get a comped room. Like, I know I'm gonna give it all back, but at least I got a fucking free room out of it. Like, and the
comped restaurants, bro. That's the money. I don't care about a room. Give me like give it like a free meal at the steakhouse or the sushi place. Or whatever, like
have one. I forgot I have one. Not for this area, but where we used to live. I got one in St. Louis for the amount of money I spent. I got a free room in like a restaurant thing.
Wait, hold on. At like Ameristar?
Yes, at Ameristar.
I'm in St. Louis. That's where I live. Is in St. Louis. So not far from Ameristar. That's the best one in town, though.
I know.
That's the best one of those in town.
It's good. I win every time I go there. I think I've lost like one time going there. But we're
not going to a casino in San Diego, by the way.
We might.
No, who has time for that?
You and I might have time for that.
Macaiyla, let me ask you something. Were you one of the people who either A, didn't want to go to TwitchCon if there was masks, or B, thought about not going once they made everybody wear masks?
I didn't give a fuck. I mean, it's annoying, but I don't mind the masks. They've never bothered me.
How do you see anybody, though?
I can't breathe through my fucking nose. I have the worst allergies. I'm a mouth breather. I have a big ass jaw. You could see my problems, and it still didn't affect me.
You live in Missouri, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, we just moved to Kansas City.
All right, Missouri's terrible for allergies because we got these massive, these big swings in temperatures. It's like 80 degrees one day this time of year, and then it's like 40 degrees at night the next day. And so you're dealing with these swings, and then boom, allergies just get completely effed. So that's probably true.
It makes it worse. Yeah, but I don't give a fuck about the masks. Like, I don't know if you complain about it. It doesn't bother me, though. I wasn't going to go to TwitchCon because of the security, because Amazon sucks. Like, whatever the fuck Amazon's doing with people, it's not good for big streamers. Stocky, I don't know if you have security there.
I'm not considered a big streamer, so fuck off.
Okay, well, I guess I'm not either, but
I'm number 993 streamer in the world. Thank you very much.
Okay, do you have a meet and greet?
No, I was 412 after the fucking GameStop. Not anymore, buddy.
Don't sell yourself short, man. 412. You got a coffee.
Did you get a meet and greet?
Yeah.
You got a meet?
I had one in Amsterdam too.
So why do you think you're a small streamer then? I'm not even
because I like to stay humble.
Okay, you're a small streamer then. Whatever.
Do you think? Hold on, sorry, hold on a second, Macaiyla. Do you think that was like kind of compliment baiting a little bit? Like he's kind of like, hey, call me a big streamer. Hey, say at least I'm a mid-sized streamer.
Him?
Yeah, Stocky right then.
Nah. I didn't.
You're off the hook. You're off the hook.
No, I mean, I think she knows me well enough. She's seen enough of my streams to know, like, for example, like the whole thing, I was getting a lot of heat. Wasn't getting a lot of heat. I was getting a lot of questions of how come you're not talking more about the whole thing doing the hurricane? And that's when I brought up the whole thing of like, I just wanted to go do my thing and not bring it up, right? And I did post a picture, but the only picture I posted on Twitter was the American flag thing because I was kind of like trying to like feel like inspirational, like help people or like give people hope or whatever. But other than that, I want to keep it. I don't ever think of myself as like, honestly, my brain, this isn't even me talking on my ass. My brain is when I get on my stream, it's like me doing a call like this right here. Like that's how I feel. It's like a couple friends hanging out and that's it, you know, and I've never thought that way. So I do think of myself as a small streamer, especially considering where I was at one point. But if you look at the vast majority, yes, it's a 0.01%, but I don't really think of it that way.
I don't know. I still see you as number 412. Forever, I see you as number 412. We have a
coffee called number 412.
Yeah, and it's very good. But of that 412, bro,
you can get 50% off if you want my coffee.
You could also.
Are you really promoting his coffee?
Yeah,
my coffee.
Oh, it's your coffee.
It's Stocky's coffee.
A co-branded coffee called 412. It was a joke based on when the Twitch leak came out, and I was number 412 in earnings. So we did a co-branded coffee bean, and it's beans from Hawaii where I was born, and we called it 412. It was just a funny thing. But but back to the mask thing. Yeah, so I actually was thinking about not going to TwitchCon not because it's like a political thing for me. Like I ain't going when they're taking my rights away. It was just I walk around a lot, and if I am having to breathe through this mask, and on top of that, I'm there to meet people and network and talk to fans or whatever you call them, degens or other streamers. And if I can't see anybody and nobody can recognize each other, it fucking takes the whole purpose away.
I mean, it is at this point. I don't think it should be mandatory. Like we're so far in this. It's
what are we gonna do? Mask up for the rest of our lives? Like at every convention? Like when do we? All the people who were like, "Well, I'm immunocompromised." Well, don't go or wear a mask. But what are you gonna do next year and the next year? What if we're 10 years? Are we gonna just mask up at every convention for 10 years? COVID's not going away. These people don't understand that this is here to stay. Sorry, I'm getting passionate. You go.
No. I mean, I agree. I understand. It's just weird. Like TwitchCon, you're meant to meet face to face. Like that's what people are paying for, to come and literally see you and have that interaction. It's weirder to have your face half covered talking to people. It's hard. Like I don't know. I'm not mad, but it's I'm not like outraged, but I'm also kind of like, what the fuck? You look like a villain. Alex, what do you think of it? What do you think of the thing?
I'm just gonna play. I'm just gonna play by the rules. You look like Bane. Is it?
You ain't Bane.
He's going Bane. Is it? What he's going
You're
for?
not Bane.
You grew up in the darkness.
It's fogging up, bro.
That's because I haven't spit on it yet.
Take the mask off your father, okay? Get your.
But I bought that. I actually asked my account manager. I was like, hey, listen, I read through all the rules with her. I said it says it has to be a mask that doesn't have a ventilation system. Okay, it has to cover your nose to your chin. Okay, and it has to secure fat on your face. So I went and got a custom made one that has breathe things on the side, but it has the medical filters, so it covers it completely, just like a regular mask. Doesn't have ventilation system, but it's clear. So. Checkmate, atheist.
Go work. No, Macaiyla. My whole thing on it is that Amazon / Twitch basically heard from their, I guess you can say, their core consumer online that they wanted these rules instated, and they instated those rules. I'm gonna play by I'm gonna play by those rules. You want masks? I'm gonna wear a mask. You don't want to wear a mask? I'll make sure it's in my back pocket, and I'll wear it around people that want to wear it. To make them comfortable. Personally. What it is what it is. I mean, there's where I live, there's a lot of people, that don't even carry masks around anymore. I mean, you go around to the restaurants or whatever. Nobody around here wears masks at all anymore. But listen, if that's what makes people comfortable, I'm gonna wear a mask. And like, it doesn't make it any worse for me necessarily. I do agree with Stocky though that mask thing kind of creates like a masquerade party effect where I don't know if you've ever been to a masquerade party, but like Macaiyla, you can't meet anybody new and then remember them the next day because it's like everybody was masked.
This was some eyes wide shut shit. Okay. Otherwise, that's not my thing. Like it's like you have to be vaccinated, right? Or have negative tests, and you have to wear a mask. And the people who got so mad online, number one, half of them don't understand how it works. They think that masks are going to stop transmission, number one, or two, like everyone's going to automatically be safe now, right? No. Okay. And then here's the big thing for me is that I've always talked about this when it comes to canceling culture, right? When you do something and people are outraged online, if you reverse your decision, the people who are outraged are never going to come to your team. They're going to feel like they won and move on. And the people who are with you, you're going to lose them. So how many of the people on Twitter were yelling at Twitch about this went off and said, well, I'm still not going, but I'm glad they changed it. Or, well, they should have done this from the beginning.
I think the shit on Twitter, man, is just it's a lot of people that are just expressing their opinions and they might feel those opinions, but
Twitter is what makes Twitch bend the knee, man.
No, absolutely. Of course it's what it did. But I mean, at the end of the day, their company, their event, they get to decide what they want's best. And if you don't like it, then don't go, regardless of what side that is. And if you're ready to just basically do something to make other people feel comfortable, then go and have a good time. And you are willing because you're going. So it's like,
I have so many goddamn events. Macaiyla, have you been to other TwitchCons before?
I've been to every one. So,
okay. Did you go? I didn't see you in Amsterdam.
Oh no, I mean not
TwitchCon
EU
US.
US. Every US one, yeah.
All right, give me, as my first US TwitchCon, please give me some advice.
I would say San Diego is the best area-wise. Like, you're gonna have fun. But I didn't like the convention. It's kind of, I wouldn't say small. I don't know. My advice is, fuck. It's going to smell in there. It always
Tijuana.
smells.
She said, her advice is to fuck. Tijuana, here we come.
Okay, please don't. I forgot you're married. Don't fuck. Okay, don't cheat.
It doesn't count if you pay for it.
Okay, well.
Yes, it does.
Just, it's going to smell like shit. Just bring extra water. Just.
Are we still talking? Are we talking about the fucking or the conventions?
Shut the hell up! Listen, you're gonna be bored out of your mind here. If you love your fans, listen. If you love your fans, this is literally for your fans. This event is for your fans. You stand there all day and you talk to them like that. That is a goal. You're not gonna go there and be like, "Whoa, this is so fun." The only fun thing is if you like your fans. Some creators don't like their fans. Like, some of you just want money. Do you want money? Probably. You probably do. But
if I did, I'd be making a hell of a lot more.
But for those who don't, it's like the best ever because you can interact with the people that help you.
I'll tell you this much, Macaiyla, when he came back from Amsterdam, he said to me that he went, and Saki, I'm going to tell this story right in front of you. So whatever, this is how I heard it. He told me, he was like, I went not really expecting much, and then he was like, man, it was one of the coolest things meeting all these people that watch me and them coming up and telling me stories and everything. So he already shared that little sentimental side of that interaction with people that want to come up and talk to him. So he'll have a good time based on what he said about Amsterdam.
Okay, I'm not doing a reveal here, okay, but yes, no, that I'm actually excited for. Like, I was super stoked about it. I have great, I don't call them fans. I hate the idea that I'm somebody and you're my fan, or I'm an influencer. I hate that word. It's just people that watch my show or like that hang out and do the same thing. That's how I look at it. But it was amazing. It was amazing, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be in and out of the convention center because I have a lot of events to do anyways. My like,
Mr. Popular. Okay, all right.
You got a golf event?
Mr. Popular, he's got everything going on.
He's got it all lined up.
Okay,
I should have more, but I've already burned bridges. Every convention I go to, I get invited to less and less shit. Okay.
So Macaiyla, I called him yesterday and I said, hey man, we're thinking about going to this like cocktail lounge on Thursday night after the Twitch partner party, like 9:30 or so. You want in? And he just starts going, oh well, Friday I got this, and Thursday I got this golf tournament. I'm like, bro, I'm asking you 9:30 on a Thursday.
You asked me what are my plans. You only gave half the story. You asked, what do you have going on those days?
I said, you want to hang out Thursday night. is what I said.
I said I can. It depends. I got some stuff going on. You said, what do you got going on? And then I answered your question.
Well, there's this dope.
He got popular. I forgot. TwitchCon, you blew up.
I'm not
for some
popular.
reason.
Are you
You
kidding
blew
me?
up during TwitchCon. I forgot. I saw clips of you. I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
Oh
why-
yeah. TwitchCon. Oh yeah.
Like, why the fuck is his clips blowing up? Like, what must he have done to blow up? And then
You should watch that 4-hour stream of Jake and I. It's on YouTube now. We're gonna do another stream, but here's my idea. Here's my idea: is that I'm buying a whiteboard while I'm there because I have it. So whenever somebody wants to take a picture, if they do, I'll draw something on the whiteboard and we'll take a picture together. But here's what I want to do: Jake and I spend 4 hours in San Diego with the whiteboard, his name, my name, and a rating system. And we just walk around to locals and we say, where's the best taco in San Diego? They tell us, we hop in an Uber or whatever, we run there, we go there, we split a taco, and we rate it out of stars, him and I. And we just keep doing that, and then until we, whatever. And then just the shenanigans that happen along the way. That's what I want to do, but Jake won't. He's ghosted me.
No, you should do that. You 100% should do that because San Diego is the best food city in California, and it's a top 5 food city in the country, man. You should 100% do that.
And food brings engagement because when everyone wants to see what you rate something and they want to yell at you about it.
Yeah, true. You should do that if he doesn't ghost you.
Also,
But I would ghost you too.
there's San Diego does this breakfast thing called chilaquiles. Stocky, go eat that with Jake. Go eat chilaquiles with Jake.
No, you're not a local. But back to the Twitch thing, because we're already on all the Twitch controversy, and I don't keep up with it, but Macaiyla does. Macaiyla, talk to me about the Twitch pay cut thing.
I don't keep up with everything. Do you know how stupid I am? Okay.
I know your Twitter, okay, and I had to take your fucking Twitter off because every other tweet is, oh man.
You said I've been better. You said I've been better.
You have been better until you relapsed the other day, and it was like, yeah, I can't believe what I've gotten in my life for sucking dick or something like that. I was like, God damn it, Macaiyla.
Is that wrong? I mean, I'm honest. Is that wrong?
Is that what we need on Twitter? Like you talked about getting it up the ass one time. I'm like, why would you put that on Twitter?
I don't say that anymore. Listen, I'm a grown woman now. I turned 24, okay? It's a new era of
Jesus Christ. I was dealing with a drug and alcohol addiction at 24. Congrats.
It is at the end of like, in marketing research and all the like different sort of demographics, like 18 to 24. It is at the end of that age range. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's on the tail end of that.
Oh, you're ready to become an adult? Congratulations.
Yes, I am.
So what are your thoughts? I know that you don't have to deal with this, but what are your thoughts on them taking a larger pay cut when you make over 100,000?
Fuck you. Listen, no. Well,
hold on. Before you go on, I just want to let you know that my account manager low-key roasted me when I asked, what the fuck is going on? She goes, well, this doesn't affect you that much, but, and I was like, oh, okay, thanks, but go ahead.
So Stocky, by the way, if we're gonna take stock of what just happened, Stocky asked you a question, you started to answer, and then he said, before you go on, and then he told another story. So before
because she said fuck you to what I said,
which is funny. Yeah, which is funny.
He's mad.
All right.
What was this about my brain? ADHD.
About the Twitch pay cut, just like without giving any warning, just saying, "Hey guys, fuck you, we're taking your money."
They did it right after gambling. It was so smart on them and also so toxic. Like they posted that shit early. Yeah, they did it early in the morning. It was like 5 a.m. they posted that, and everyone told me, "Okay, EU, like we have times too." Okay. No one cares. All right. We're here at NA. Americans want to know this more. Okay. They're the most outraged when it comes to this shit, not Brazilians or any other top streamers. But I mean, it's shitty because everyone should have the 70-30. I mean, Twitch has no reason to lower it. They haven't upped their, what's it called? Like you can't stream in 4K.
Bitrate.
Yeah, the bitrate. Like little things like that. They just haven't really improved on the platform at all. I mean, unless
they're taking a net operating loss with, and I've heard. I mean, I don't think there's any way for us to know point blank, but I think they might be running an NOL with Twitch, and it's kind of it's.
You think they're paying wholesale for AWS? They're owned by fucking Amazon.
It's one pocket into another, but as far as accounting is concerned, yes, they can be running an NOL, and for that, Bezos is going to be saying, "Hey, this thing needs to be running a little better." You know what I mean? This thing needs to be a little more profitable. It's harder for them. I'll say this on Twitch and versus YouTube, because I heard YouTube is running 70-30 versus Twitch is 50-50. Twitch has a harder time. Twitch doesn't really have like an algorithm or a feed or whatever that custom tailors viewership the way that Google and YouTube does. And I bet Google and YouTube have a better job of retaining viewership and bringing in advertisers more than Twitch does. Twitch doesn't even have like a custom tailored advertising platform for marketers. You'd have to like go through a sales guy or whatever, and like it's kind of done old school versus, you know, whereas like if you're gonna advertise on Google and YouTube, it's kind of like a machine. There's like a portal, you can just kind of like do all your Google ads or whatever. So it's like, hey, maybe that's just the best for them to run their business. And at that
I mean, look at Twitch's advertise. Twitch is still the #1 streaming platform right now. Like, why are you saying that they're struggling to get that type of advertisement compared to YouTube and like Google ads?
I'm saying that it's harder to target their ads versus Google and like the whole Google ecosystem. It's harder to target. So
I mean, Google does have better ads, I guess, in the sense of like how they're promoting to normal people, I guess. But I don't know how to explain it because I'm not smart enough to fucking explain this. I just think Twitch does a good job advertising. Like when we went to TwitchCon last time, they had their ads everywhere in California, like every billboard.
You're talking about external ads for Twitch.
So you're talking about.
Okay, so I did a whole YouTube video on this.
I'm talking about like the ads, the ad platform of Twitch, which basically doesn't exist. It's like you got to call Twitch. You got to basically say, hey, well, I want to buy ads.
He's talking about running ads on Twitch by an outside company.
Basically, Twitch is how they monetize their platform versus the like Google and YouTube, and they may just be at a point where they and
chocolate chip pancakes from Saturday.
Are you talking like AdSense, or am I just too stupid to comprehend like the type of ad?
Yeah, like if you want to run, let's say you wanted to run an ad on YouTube. Like let's say you're an advertiser and you wanted to run an ad on YouTube. It is easier to target on YouTube, and it's VOD based versus live based, so you can get that viewer whenever you want them. It's basically just the next time they open the app. Versus Twitch, live based, harder to know who is where and when, and it's not done through any sort of like ad platform. You got to like reach out. So, but the only reason why I say that, Macaiyla, is because you're now talking about profitability levels, or really just basically top line revenue levels that that YouTube experiences that Twitch doesn't. Which means that Twitch, if they want to solve NOL problem, net operating loss problems, they have to figure out the whole, hey, we have to make each viewer more profitable for us. Which that's it. But Stocky, you said you did a whole thing on this.
So real quick, I'll just do a TLDR. The problem is that Twitch is not profitable. The only way for Twitch to become profitable is through ads. Now, the thing is that they don't make shit through subs, right? Like you got to think, if you have 10,000 subs and they take $250, not counting the loss they take on Amazon Prime, right? You're talking about $25,000 per month, right? That they make off of a streamer. That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing when it comes to the grand scheme of things, right? Like it's no money. They don't give a shit about ads. That's why it doesn't matter how many subs you have. They don't fucking make any money off subs. You make money from ads. The problem is that you can't charge a lot of money for ads to a company if there's not a guarantee that ad is going to get in front of people. Now, this goes back to what you said, Alex, about targeted advertising. But even so, they're not even able to fill up the ads they have to serve to people. So they can't even go to a company and say, we're going to charge you $20 CPM. The company's going to be like, how do we know we're going to get in front of people? Well, there's a good chance. All right, we'll give you 10. So there's a loss there. So what they have to do is they have to get the ad fill. So what they have to do is they have to convince creators to run ads. You run enough ads, you get an ad fill. Now you can sell it to the company and say, hey, we're going to guarantee it's going to get in front of people, right? And not even targeted. So there's a problem. They need people to run ads. They started out by saying, hey guys, here's a contract. We're going to sign big streamers to contracts that guarantee that they're going to run a certain amount of ads, right? That's how many ad fills happen. That didn't work out. So then they said, we're going to do the ad incentive program. We're going to offer you more money, which is instead of giving you only 10% of the money, we're going to give you 30% of the money because we're so fucking great with ads. And we're going to do that. That didn't do it. So now they're saying, all right, fuck it. We're going to cut your revenue after $100,000. Oh, you want to make it up? And I was told this directly by somebody at Twitch. Just run 6 more minutes of ads per hour and you'll make up the difference.
Which is crazy.
Which is not.
It's just gonna end
they're
up
asking the creator
Twitch.
who's putting in all the work and building something day in and day out to now take a loss or destroy their community and destroy the experience in order to make up money. So now now it's back in our court. It's, oh, well, if you don't want to make more money, then don't run ads. But if you want, run it. So wait. So now I've got to tell my community that I have to show them more ads so I can make more money. It's such a fucked up situation. And the worst part was their press release where they said, We're in this to make money. That's how they started the fucking thing.
But okay, can you explain this to me? Because again, I don't understand this. If with their merge with Amazon, now that they're together, why do they struggle with money since they're with Amazon now?
So
like why?
They don't struggle with money. It's the equivalent of I'm just gonna kind of blanket. That's a blanket statement. Like Amazon, Twitch doesn't struggle with money. It would be the equivalent of, you know, billionaire guy, you know, 1% of 1%er has a son that moves out and tries to start a business and the business is failing. It's kind of like, hey, yeah, like your business is failing, but at the end of the day, if you need money, you're just gonna go, you know, to your trust fund or whatever. Like you're fine long in the long term, in the long run, but that business specifically, if you're gonna look at the accounting side of that business, then that you can say, oh, hey, it's successful. It's either in the black or it's in the red. Yeah.
And at some point, the dad looks at the son and says, "Get your shit together, or we're closing this
exactly."
down.
Otherwise, you know, exactly. The dad says no more business. So
is that what's happening right now?
No,
then?
they're not going to shut down Twitch, but definitely the Bezos and the shareholders of Amazon are going to look at Twitch and say, "We need you to make money for us at some point in time. We can't just always be footing the bill for your business." And Amazon got into the game initially because they say, "Hey, look at this large chunk of people that are literally just entering the." Where they're entering the workforce, they're entering the consumer population all at 18 to 24. We were talking about that earlier. Saying, hey, look at all these people that are hanging out on the internet. We can get into all of their households with Prime if we incentivize it. And so they say, hey, let's buy Twitch. Let's create this Prime platform and convert all these people into Prime subs. And it was great for Amazon, the dad's business at that point, but Twitch itself still needed an opportunity to be profitable. And I feel like Twitch a long time ago, I feel like the people didn't have the vision to say, hey, what kind of company are we? They should have said, we are a company that fosters community around gaming content on the internet. And they should have innovated into some VOD-based platforms. They should have been, the fact that Discord and YouTube exist when all these people are already on Twitch in a chat room. Like think about, streamer A, right?
Goddamn capitalism.
Like Twitch should have said, hey, we want to own that entire community experience. We don't want the viewers to have to go to YouTube to watch VOD and go to Discord to hang out after the stream. They should have said, we need to innovate and foster community. Instead, what they said was, hey, we're a live streaming platform. And it's so hard.
Listen, bro,
live is so much harder.
You're getting so like smart five head for us right now. You're losing
I'm listening. Like, I get it. They should have put more effort into expanding on other areas to help them gain more money. But they just focus on live streaming. Like, it's stupid. I don't know. They're in general, any person I've talked to at Twitch for Tyler is, I feel like I have a peanut brain, and when I talk to them, I lose whatever I have remaining, like piece by piece. Every single time I talk to a staff member, I'm like,
that's their job. They have to
deflect.
I know that's toxic. Well, no, they have to deflect. They don't want you asking too many questions.
They are so clueless, and if they're not clueless, then they're just scum. There's only two people at Twitch I think are genuinely trying to change it, and everyone else they just leave. Everyone who sees a problem leaves.
At the end of the day, the whole Twitch is not profitable. Twitch runs an NOL. They're in the red. That's all. I think that's all assumption. I don't think we know that for a fact. However, when they do things like come out and say, hey, we need to make money, so we're going to strip 70-30 and go down to 50-50, that doesn't look good. It doesn't look like they're saying, hey, we're making money, right? I mean, that looks like, hey, we need to find money, somewhere, shape, and form. We need to look under the couches for cash, that type of thing. I mean,
but they're not making any money off it. That's the whole point. This extra 20% that they're getting from the creators over 100,000 is nowhere near enough to get that gap to profitability. It's such a tiny drop in the bucket. The idea, at least in my opinion, from what I know from the business, is now you're forcing those creators to run ads to make up that money, which is then gonna jump your income. It's not even about that. They're doing this not to punish creators, but to force creators' hands to make them profitable.
Bro, if that was the case, it would have been the same, kind of along the same logic of like, hey, break even on the sale of the iPhone because we're going to make back all the money on basically all the peripherals and everything like that. They should have said, hey, we're going to offer 70-30, be competitive in the live streaming space, and then use that as an opportunity to double down on ads. What they should have done is just come out and say, we will no longer be
offering premium contracts. That's the one line you had to put out there. Then behind the scenes, you could say if you're already on a 70-30 contract, you can stay on it so you don't piss off those creators. And anyone who's coming up and coming, you don't offer to them because you put that line out there and everybody wins. Now you don't have to worry about the rest of the people who don't have 70-30 complaining about it. You've already told those people up front, if you don't have it, you're not getting it, so they're not losing anything. And the people who do have it aren't losing anything because you're not making the difference in money there. That should have been the whole press releases. We will no longer, moving forward, we will no longer be offering premium contracts to creators. That's all. That's all.
So that was the problem then? Those contracts?
No, those are the ones that,
those are the ones
they're using that as the boogeyman.
Yeah,
because I don't know, those contracts, like, I can't say everything about Tyler's, but it was really just not, I don't know how to explain it. It was like forced labor in a sense of how many.
Oh, you're talking about individual contracts. No.
Yeah, is that what you're?
No. So individual contracts are very select few creators, and it became less and less over time. Get a massive upfront or get a massive whatever. Get a guaranteed paycheck from Twitch in return for certain
those are custom tailored to like the 0.001%.
I'm talking about premium contracts, which us plebs get, that are just big enough to get but not big enough, and it's called where you get 70-30 across the board, right? So for me, I have a premium contract, which means every sub I get, whether it's a prime, a T1, a T2, T3, I get a 70-30 split rather than the 50-50.
Used to.
So well, I have until June of next year because I just signed my contract a couple months ago. But the thing is that premium contracts. So now what they're saying is when you're up and coming and you get that 50-50 across the board for tier 1 and primes. Now, once you get to $100,000 in the year, if you're on that 70-30, anything after that is 50-50. You lose that additional 20%. And that's massive for people. Like people who have, and I'm not talking about individual custom contracts like he has, but I'm talking about the rest of us creators, like the 1,000 or so or 2,000 creators who have a premium contract. They're saying, hey, listen, that's gone moving forward. Like we're taking that
bullshit. I don't understand. I still don't. And
a lot of people say, well, those streamers make so much goddamn money, it doesn't matter to them. No, think about it here. You know, if you because remember, I asked out loud and I said, okay, so you're taking 20% of my money without telling me. So anybody in the workforce who's automatically told, hey, we're cutting your pay, they're not going to like it. But remember, we're independent contractors. So that 20% you're taking, are you going to be paying for my medical insurance that I pay out of my pocket? Are you going to be paying for
because they don't.
Are you going to be paying for my taxes out of my pocket? Are you going to be improving my stream for me? Because you're taking money from me. What am I getting in return? Is the platform going to be improved? Oh, no. You just want more money. That's why people are pissed off. And it's not about how much money someone is making or losing. It's about, we built this. We grinded. Thank you. You know, great. Amazon gives Twitch gives us a platform. You take 30% fee in return for providing us the space to do it. But the rest of it is me grinding every single day, creating a culture, creating a community, busting my ass. And now you're saying, hey, we want more of that from you. And it's like, what the fuck? Okay.
And more ads. Like, you're losing viewers from this. The amount of people that complain already, and now you have to add 3-6 minutes, whatever it may be. Like, there's people.
And I refuse to ask
so long. Why would they make that more of a requirement? It's going to end up killing the platform. I feel like eventually, I think it'll get to that point where YouTube becomes better and makes a directory or whatever, the little things they need to add, and then people are going to move to YouTube and say, fuck Twitch. When that'll be.
I'm opposite. I think that they're going to eventually force out the leadership at Twitch, because here's the thing. The leadership at Twitch is not a big company, right? They're not like a giant corporation. And there's no communication within departments, despite it being a small company. Nobody talks to anybody. It's very bad. It's a very bad organization. And there's not a clear structure of power, right? Like the president has more power when it comes to a lot of things than the CEO. And everybody's it's a cycling door because it's not a good workplace. And guess what? At some point, there's a common denominator of why everybody's leaving. And I think that Amazon is eventually, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a lot of pain, but they're eventually going to see this thing falling apart and say, hey, maybe it's not all the people that are trying to get the creators and make them happy and stay on the platform. Maybe it's the other people. Let's get rid of them. And then I think there'll be a culture change and a reversion back to this. back to the creator first, but that's going to be a while, and they're going to lose a lot of good people along the way.
I'm going to say we covered so much ground today, and it was all just on Twitch, which is very interesting, very timely with TwitchCon coming up. So I think a lot of people obviously coming together are going to have a lot to say about TwitchCon. It's going to be interesting this weekend to hear like things like Keynote and all the other things that are maybe coming. They've used TwitchCon as a platform to announce new things before, so it's like, hey, maybe this weekend you hear about
I got an idea,
stuff.
Alex. Sorry to cut you off, but I got an idea. Remember when Macaiyla said, I hate to say this, but man, fuck Twitch? That should be the title of this. Fuck Twitch in quotations.
Yeah.
Macaiyla. And then boom,
Okay.
there we go.
Macaiyla, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us for an hour. This has been awesome. This is my first time meeting you, so thank you for coming and chilling. This is very kind of you to take some time and chill with us.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We had to talk about Twitch. I don't know shit about
whatever.
Half of the things y'all are saying. This is gonna be another shitty one, Stocky, because they're gonna be like, Macaiyla has no idea what the fuck she's talking about in this.
No, that's not how this works. Remember, this isn't my stream.
You think we know what the fuck we're talking about? Where you said
just bullshit.
We got peanuts in our fucking brain more than you do. Like you were saying that about yourself. We're dumb shits. We just sit here and talk.
We didn't even get to the news stories we were gonna hit.
Yeah. Macaiyla, come back and hang out with us some other time. We'll talk about news stories. You know, we have other things going on in the world that we think are interesting. That Liquid Death water company got valued at
Kim Kardashian getting fined $1 million for pumping crypto. Don't ever do that, Macaiyla.
I saw she didn't exclude that she was a part of it, right? Or she was getting paid to do it, right?
Yeah, she didn't say she was an ad. They're going after a lot of other people.
Also,
McDonald's is now.
Well, I was gonna say Apple Music now has the rights to the Super Bowl haltime show over Pepsi. That was like a 30-year partnership.
When are we getting on iTunes?
Like in general?
You've been 2 years this podcast. We haven't got on iTunes.
We'll get on
Why don't you do it, huh? Why don't you stop?
Because I'm a boomer.
Fucking do it.
I'm not rich like you people.
Boom.
You rich like you people. I told you I'm sucking dick to make some money. And then
you're doing that because you know one day you'll probably get a ring on it and you're like, there's my paycheck. Okay, I don't have that opportunity.
Okay, listen, don't act like you're poor. Don't act like you're poor.
He does that all the time, Macaiyla. He does that all the time.
I'm sorry, miss, I just bought a big house.
You're acting like you're a part of this 50-50 split now. Okay, buddy. Like, we know you already made over 100K and you have your stock still, so relax, okay?
Relax. The market's down 40%. You're going to come at me with my stocks. My net worth is down like 40%. Fuck off. I could have gone and invested in fucking dead hookers and I would have had more return.
Good. Honestly, you deserve it.
Everyone, go to McDonald's, get you an adult Happy Meal so you can get an adult toy.
Everyone, this was episode 36 of the Stock Guy AL3X Show, the podcast covering topics around the world. Today, just Twitch, business, news, markets, money, sports. When people talk about Stocky and I talk about it, we had Macaiyla hanging out with us here today. Macaiyla, thank you for chilling with us. Guys,
nice to meet you.
Yeah, great to meet you.
You always look so bored.
Me?
No, it's just your face. Go ahead.
Me?
Why you gotta be an asshole, bro? Out the door like that.
I would have fucking been here. I just have a resting bitch chin. I have dreams face. I need to wear a mask.
Macaiyla, where can everyone find you?
You don't want to find me. Listen, just watch Stocky stream and just...
Twitter? What? No. Your Twitter, your Twitch. Do a quick plug.
No,
not the Twitter. Not the Twitter. Not the Twitter. No.
I was just glad I had the opportunity to talk to you guys. So thank you for having me here. Yeah. I don't need a shout out.
Thank you for chilling, guys. She's not gonna say it, but go Google around, Macaiyla.
It's Macaiyla. It's really hard to spell. We'll put it in the thing down below.
Guys, follow the show on Twitter, Insta, LinkedIn, TikTok, and all the major socials for clips, moments, and info. We're going to be at TwitchCon, all three of us this weekend. So, Stocky, hopefully you and I have some stories next week, some good stories of TwitchCon.
Macaiyla, I'm going to make the news, unfortunately, again.
Macaiyla, have a great weekend in San Diego. It's going to be a freaking blast.
I'll probably see you guys. I'll come harass you. Don't worry.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
You.
Well, I look forward to it. And I love at the end of the stream, we usually go through a random rant. I've already learned only one thing from you, and that's that I need to suck dick to get ahead in life. But we always leave on a random rant, like something that is just irking the shit out of you, whether it's, people leaving their shopping carts in parking spaces, whether it's, people doing stuff. What is something that you need to get out? I need a random rant. Give me a rant. Just get it off your chest. Let it go.
I always bitch. I'm just a bitch. I don't know. People not using their blinkers every fucking day. It just drives me insane. I hope they drive off. I hope they have a great day.
Yes.
But they just need to start using their fucking blinkers Like, what is? Can you explain? Did someone tell me why people don't use their blinkers? Like, you guys use your blinkers, right? When you're driving?
Stocky has one of those fancy bougie cars that doesn't let you turn lanes unless you use your blinker. So you know he's using his blinker.
I have a 2006 Toyota Corolla.
Get out of here! You just bought some like 9-seater like cool.
A 2015 GMC Acadia that, by the way, doesn't have Bluetooth capability, has a CD player still.
Oh yeah, we just talked about that.
I made the mistake of telling my community, "Hey guys, send me some burned CDs so I can listen to it." That was a mistake.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. You have all this money to buy a new car, and you're already complaining that it doesn't have Bluetooth. This is insane.
My two cars are combined 30 years old.
I don't want to hear it. Nope. You already have it better. You already have it better than anyone or everyone. But listen, is that the rant you wanted to hear me? Blinkers.
Listen,
okay. Let me hear you rant about something. What's your rant? Huh? What is bothering you lately? Tell me.
What's bothering me right now? The fucking stock market's bothering me. But what else do you want to hear about?
I don't know, something that's not like the stock market. We know it's fucked. Something else in real life, like
I always have something I'm angry about. I'll tell you what I'm angry about. Okay, I'm that guy this year. I have officially the biggest decorations for Halloween this year. But do you want to know how this turns out? Let me tell you how this turns out. First year you move into a new neighborhood, there's always that one neighbor that goes all the way out, fucking Chevy Chase motherfucker out there,
me.
who's got this crazy thing, right? And it's great in the first year. Everybody's like, oh, that's so nice. The second year, your wife looks at you and says, when are we going to do something like that? So now it's on. Now you've got to start doing it, right? And every other fucking guy in the neighborhood who's got a wife is dealing with the same thing. So now we're all having to slowly up our game every year. Then that guy moves out. Then one of the dads is now the guy. That now all the people that move in, it becomes a cycle. I've been here long enough that I've become that son of a bitch. And now I'm the guy who has to fucking spend 6 hours putting up all the I even put spider webs on the roof this year. My entire yard is fucking giant. And now I've got to do this. And what does it mean? In a month, I got to take all this shit back down, and then I got to go. Alex has to get out of here. He's actually late.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's all good. I love hanging with y'all.
I was about to lose blackout anyways.
Appreciate you.
One love, Macaiyla. Great to meet you. Guys, we're going to give everyone else up on out of here. Stocky, Macaiyla, hell yeah. TwitchCon this weekend. Everyone enjoy your week. Let's go. Any final parts? Any final words, guys?
I'll see your masks at TwitchCon.
Be safe and fuck you, Stocky. All right.
Shit. Do I just write my name on my mask? Is that how people know who I am?
Who's gonna know you? Even if they see your name.